Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dato. So thank you, Dr. Amir, and it was a very nice talk, and it gave a very good overview on cybersecurity. So the students have not had enough of you, Dato. So I see a lot of questions on Q&A. So if we can address the questions, yes, I'll try to lump the question in a nice group so that we can answer as many as we can. So the first question is regarding malware and ransomware. So the participant is asking, what is your advice to prevent it, and what are the best antivirus available to protect even your phones and even your PC?
Okay, first you have to have an antivirus in your phone. That's my basic question. So if you don't have, please install. What brand? Actually, any brand is fine. We don't promote any specific brand because at least they play their own role. None of them is perfect, yeah? But it can help to mitigate because one thing about security you have to understand: there's no such thing as 100% security. Okay. The other thing, antivirus is a more traditional method, a cheaper one in terms of how to manage what we call known threats. We call it signature based. I don't want to explain it's a bit technical, but now the threats are getting more sophisticated. So they call it non-traditional or non-signature based. So this is what we call the unknown threats. So the unknown threats, this is what we normally call it malware, malicious software. And there are various types of malicious software. Because why do you call it malicious software? Because it's based on what is the intent of the attacker. So intent of the attacker is the one that decides what type of malware. For example, just now I mentioned, if that attacker wants to attack your system or computer, they want to lock you, then they ask for ransom. What do you mean by that? Because in order for you to open back and get back your file, you have to pay ransom. And ransom is not just like paying in a bank account. You even have to pay through Bitcoin because unknown, so that they don't, so you will know who is the one that you have to pay. And some more, even more dangerous, if you pay and they don't open or unlock your file, you lost your money, you still have your file locked. Normally, we will advise if you are attacked by a ransomware, you report to us. That's why I mentioned just now the Cyber 999 help center. Very important. Yeah, Cyber 999 at cybersecurity.my or call 1-300-882-999. Okay, you can even download the mobile app free. Any incident that happened to you, you can report to it. Yeah, there are various types of malware. Ransomware is just one. There's also spyware. They just come into your system, they infect your system. Yeah, they are more advanced type of attack, and then they sit down. Like the previous one I mentioned, the script kiddies. They attack, they show off. Oh, I was here, I attacked your website, blah 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 blah. But this time they enter into your system, they sit down and be dormant for even more many years. Why? Because they are collecting information. So it's like you imagine analogies like someone in your room, yeah, in your bedroom, but you do not know them. You don't notice them. All your personal life activities they know. The difference with the previous one, the script kiddies, yeah, they tell them they have gone into your room and they show off that they have attacked they have entered your room. So he asked me the second the one that is quiet and dormant is even more dangerous, and this is why they call it spyware. Okay, and there are many types of other malware. It all depends on what's the purpose of the motive. Yeah? The method is still the same. It's basically injecting the malware and compromising. So that's why my basic thing is, at least minimum to us like a normal person, digital citizen, have installed your antivirus to minimize the possible threats because you don't want. You see, you are connected to handphone, and this handphone is connected to the internet worldwide. If you are infected, your information being shared, your photo, whatever the file that you have in your device can be shared. Who knows? So, do you want that? So be wary about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato. There's another question here, Dato, regarding the PC that we are using. Yeah? So an anonymous participant said that thank you for your kind sharings, Dato. I always heard that the Apple product is more secure than Windows or Android. Do you agree with this?
Okay, it's about attacks. Who are more, Android users or iPhone users? So if you ask me, yeah, obviously people will go first with the one that more users. That is why people have the perception it is less secure. Actually, the more attack in Android users, yeah, compared to the iPhone. Both Android and iPhone, they have done the necessaries to protect. Yeah? But as I mentioned, no 100% security is there out there. Yeah? Even if you have the device, whether iPhone or Android users, as secure as possible, the weakest link in cybersecurity is human being. Yeah? If, for example, despite you have bought iPhone, you have bought Android users, you don't install antivirus. So Android users with Android phone with antivirus, but iPhone no, for example, which is more vulnerable. So it's not about which device or system. Yes, they are non-perfect, but obviously, if you are a criminal, you will go for the one that have the most users because it's like you give a net, you're casting a net, which is more, then you just go for that. Yeah. So that's why Android tends to be more news or perception that less secure, being more attacked. Why? Obviously, if you can, you will go for the more. Yeah. Obviously, yes, no doubt, iPhone has made a lot of improvement, making it better. Yeah. But not necessarily it is foolproof. The same thing with Android. It's all about how we manage the cybersecurity issues. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor. So I think there is another group of questions here. It is regarding phone security. So the first one goes, how do we install antivirus in our phone? Do we download it from Google Apps? And can Dato please clarify on this?
Yes, you know there's a lot of Play Store, all the apps that is available for you to buy. Uh, you can buy Kaspersky, you can buy Trend Micro, you can buy whatever brand. It's really up to you, But you find the latest one, and then they will update, the malware bytes. There are various types. As I can say, the most important thing is you install it one, and you have to pay. Like I mentioned earlier, security is costly. That means you have to invest. But insecurity is even more costly, devastating, isn't it? So if you have to pay, for example, to pay 45 ringgit a year to install your antivirus, whatever, couple speak, all these things. If you don't install, the threat or the risk of loss is even more than that 45 ringgit. So just go to the Play Store or Google Store or whatever, download it there and go for the latest, and they will keep updating from time to time. Because a very basic question. I know a lot of people in their laptop device, they may install this antivirus.
Yeah,
But in their headphone, I believe if I am in the hall now,
yeah.
if I ask, I believe very few percent really have installed antivirus. So that's the basic thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato. So after this, we will install antiviruses in all our devices, so even the small USBs. So sometimes, because we have too many USBs, I mean, we have a lot of data to keep. Sometimes we lose track which one has antivirus already downloaded in each of the USBs. So all our devices, we need to install antivirus. Yeah. So I have one last question for Dato. In terms of spyware, sometimes it's quite difficult to be catched, especially if, let's say, we have antiviruses. Sometimes they are not able to detect spyware. Is there any pointers or any clues that we can see from when we are using the device that there is spyware actually in our system?
Okay, thank you. Obviously, if you see that your system, your computer or your device doesn't work, operate normally, something is not right. Maybe getting slower, and then suddenly so much of information, iklan, advertisement, there's something that is not normal. Uh, if you're not sure, you can also come to our office or you can contact us at Cyber 999. I mentioned just now. You know, we have a capability to detect. This is not just antivirus. We can detect advanced threats. Yeah? We have a lab in cybersecurity Malaysia. Obviously, not like a medical lab. We have malware research, you know, that can advance detect known or unknown threat that's already inside the network. So antivirus is about to protect threats outside from entering into the system. Okay, so they will clean it up. But sometimes there are threats that are very advanced. So even antivirus could not detect. It goes inside. So how to detect those that's already inside? It requires even more advanced tool. You know, this is what I call the unknown threats. So this is where cybersecurity Malaysia can assist. We have a malware, they call it malware eradication and remediation tools to clean it up. Then we know whether your system or your IT infrastructure is compromised or not. Yeah. So that is some of the capabilities that we have, and this is through our service we call CyberDev. Yeah, this is the one that my T-shirt. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see it. Cyber detect, eradicate, forensic. So we have cyber forensic also, not only the doctors, medical doctors. We have digital and cyber forensic capabilities. You know, so basically we can detect, eradicate, and do forensic. And this cyber dev service developed locally by cybersecurity Malaysia team won best cybersecurity innovation award in Washington in 2015, awarded by FireEye in the Cyber Defense Conference organized by FireEye in Washington, which was also attended by General Colin Powell at that time. And we beat 70 countries. So Malaysia do have that capabilities. So I would suggest for you to come to Cybersecurity Malaysia for us to assist. And do not hesitate to contact us at our healthcare, our helpline at 799 at cybersecurity.my or call 1-300-882-999. Don't worry, you can report it as an individual, as user, or as a corporate, private, or public sector, whatever. It is our online service provided to the rakyat, to assist you, because people who has experiencing cyber incident, they may not know where to go, who they can refer to, and how to get help. And some are day-to-day users. So now I'm telling you, you have Cybersecurity Malaysia. You can log in into also our website at www.cybersecurity.my for more details of our organization. We are actually one of the oldest cybersecurity agency, not only in Malaysia, we are also one of the oldest in Asia Pacific. Okay, so I think with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dato Dr Amir. I feel very blessed today because we day-to-day basis we experience a lot of this problem, and even at the hospital itself, we are exposed to scam callers. They call even our phone officers, and we don't know where they got these data from. So with that, I would like to thank you both our esteemed panelists today, Professor Dato Dr Nurgani and Dato Dr Amir, for their excellent talks. So we have now reached the end of our workshop, and on behalf of the committee members, we would like to thank the panelists today for their brilliant talks, as well as the participants who have been very active in asking questions to our panelists today. So we would also like to thank the technical support team and the course committee from the Graduate Secretariat of University Kebangsaan Malaysia who made this webinar possible. There are too many names to mention, and I'm sure you know who you are. They have worked tirelessly day and night to arrange this in an online platform, making this a successful webinar over a span of 5 days. That's a really long duration, and they have really worked their hearts out. So I really hope that all the students have benefited from this webinar, and we would love to listen to your feedback. So at the end of the webinar, the Secretariat will share a QR code, and you will be able to fill in feedbacks and let us know if, let's say, we can improve in our next webinar. The questions for today will be given to your respective postgraduate coordinator, and we would like to remind you to kindly return the forms by 9 p.m. today. So this webinar is streamed live at our Facebook page, CPC Medic UKM, and it can be revisited for future reference. Till we meet again, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.